Recognize Senator Banks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for sticking around for me. Mr. Secretary, prior to President Trump's election, the military was struggling with the worst recruitment crisis in half a century. Now the Navy's on pace for its best recruitment in 2 decades, and I wonder if you can give us a good explanation about why.
Thank you, Senator, for the question. I think that there's been a big morale boost, both from the president's commitment to defense, the fact that we are changing the ethos and the culture of the military to more of its roots in war fighting. And I think in general, we've done a better job of explaining what it means to serve. We've done a better job of the skills you will get. And I think we've also helped, and this committee's been helpful in increasing compensation and closing the gap between the private sector and the public sector, which has made it better. I do think we do need to improve on housing and our barracks in order to maintain that. But I think both the Navy and the Marine Corps are set to exceed numbers and do better. And I would directly, at least right now, try to associate that with, from what we've seen in the data, the president's election and the focus. And to be honest, we've done a much better job of what the mission is and the importance of the mission.
Is it safe to say, Mr. Secretary, that recruitment improved after the election, after President Trump was elected? I mean, the numbers bear that out. It's sort of stunning to look at the last 4 years compared to the last 6 months.
We definitely saw a bump after the election.
And Admiral, what does that mean to the Navy for better recruitment and retention? I mean, how important is that? What does that mean to the whole United States Navy and your ability to do your job?
We absolutely have to recruit really beyond our goal to buy down our gaps at sea. I spoke earlier about we had last month at 23,200 gaps at sea. Now we're at 22,900 gaps at sea. So we've come back 300. But that only comes when you exceed your goal. If not, you're just treading water. So my view, sir, is that the Navy really turned around our focus on this area, as Secretary indicated, in the way we manage our recruiting machine and really try to incentivize our recruiters to not have monthly quotas, but to just bring everybody in we could. So we really took an all-hands-deck approach on this. And as I've said before, I'll ride any wave to get in someone who wants to serve in our country's Navy and do our work for our nation.
How do we keep it up?
Well, I think we have to keep looking at it every day. We cannot take our eye off the ball. The demographics are not in our favor here. One, we have a country that has less propensity to serve, and two, we're approaching a cliff where we're going to have a smaller population that we're all competing for. So we've got to make the value proposition that the Secretary talked about on why it's important to serve, why you will be fulfilled by a career in uniform, and then do the quality of service things the Secretary indicated to make them feel valued.
General, I mean, the last 4 years, the last 8 years, I served on the House Armed Services Committee, and I chaired the Military Personnel Subcommittee on HASC. Now I'm very proud to be a part of this institution and this committee. The one anomaly over the last 4 years was the Marine Corps. I mean, the Army, the Air Force, the Navy all fell way short of recruitment, the worst recruitment crisis since an all-volunteer force. But the Marine Corps held steady. I think it's because you all were selling something that was unique, what young men and women were looking forward to being a part of. What lessons can the other branches learn from the Marine Corps when it comes to recruitment?
Well, Senator, thanks for that question. What I would say that we put our recruiters out there and we offer the opportunity to earn the title Marine. We don't promise you anything. We offer you the opportunity to earn the title U.S. Marine. We place our best and our brightest on recruiting duty. We hold them accountable for their mission, and we reward them when they successfully complete it. I'm a former recruiter. My son is a current officer recruiter. We have multiple general officers, who are prior recruiters. General Turner, General Glenn, General Garcia. We have multiple officers who have done successfully on recruiting, and then we promote them. And so I think you have to do a combination of all of the above.
Yeah, I just offer one final thought. I mean, Secretary Hegseth, President Trump this administration's focus on lethality and fighting and winning wars and preparing for that rather than politics and political causes, the recruitment numbers show that that's what works. That's what young men and women are looking forward and inspired to be a part of. And I give this administration a lot of credit for that. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.